This selection of Chinese cuisine begins with spring rolls. The ingredients include 4 slices ginger root, 7 green onions, 4 tablespoons sherry, 1 tablespoon hoisin sauce, 1/2 pound boneless chicken breast, 2 tablespoons peanut oil, 1/2 cup ham, shredded, 8 black Chinese mushrooms, shredded, 2 cups bean sprouts, 12 spring roll wrappers, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 egg, and 4 cups vegetable oil. Serve these with sweet and sour sauce. You will need 1/2 cup brown sugar packed, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 1/3 cup red wine vinegar, 1/3 cup chicken broth, 2 tablespoons green onions chopped, 2 tablespoons pimento chopped, 1/4 cup green pepper chopped, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon ginger, 1 tablespoon soy sauce. Begin by making a marinade for the chicken. Cut off 4 slices of fresh ginger root. Then carefully peel the ginger. After the ginger is peeled, cut it into small pieces. This is one recipe that will use a blender. Place the ginger in the blender. Chop 4 of the green onions and add them. The last ingredient added to the blender is 2 tablespoons of sherry. With the lid on, puree this mixture for 5 to 10 seconds. After it's pureed, pour the mixture through a strainer. Press the mixture with a spoon, making sure to remove all the liquid. Discard what is left in the strainer and add 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce to the liquid. Stir these until they are well blended. Then add 1/2 pound of chicken breast that has been cut into small strips. Stir the chicken around in the marinade and then set it aside. Continue this recipe by heating 2 tablespoons of peanut oil in a wok or skillet. With the wok set on medium-high heat, add 1/2 cup of shredded ham. Add 8 shredded Chinese mushrooms, 3 chopped green onions, and 2 cups of bean sprouts. Stir-fry these ingredients for about 1 minute. As they cook, add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and 2 tablespoons of sherry. Next, add the marinated chicken and then cook the mixture for another 2 minutes. When the mixture is done cooking, take 1 wrapper at a time and place 1 tablespoon of the mixture at the bottom of the wrapper. Then lightly beat 1 egg to use as a glue for the wrapper. Fold the bottom up and the sides in. Lightly brush some of the egg onto the top corners. Continue by rolling the wrapper up and gently seal the outside edge. As the rolls are wrapped, place them in a wok or deep pan and fry them in vegetable oil. After they have cooked for a couple of minutes on one side, turn them so they can cook on the opposite side. When they're finished, place them on a paper towel to dry. Now let's begin the sweet and sour sauce to be served with the spring rolls. Place a saucepan on medium heat and add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Then add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and stir together. After the ingredients are mixed well, stir in 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar and 1/3 cup of chicken broth. Continue to stir while you add 2 tablespoons of chopped green onions, 2 tablespoons of chopped pimento, 1/4 cup of chopped green peppers, one-quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Keep stirring while the mixture thickens, about 3 minutes. To review the procedure for spring rolls, slice and peel the ginger root. Place the ginger, green onions, and sherry in a blender. Puree for 5 to 10 seconds. Empty the blender's contents into a strainer and press out the liquid. Add the hoisin sauce and chicken, stir and set aside. Add some peanut oil to a skillet or wok. Stir-fry the ham, Chinese mushrooms, green onions, and bean sprouts. As this fries, add the soy sauce and sherry. Add the marinated chicken and stir-fry for 2 minutes. Take a wrapper and place 1 tablespoon of the mixture at the end. Brush the beaten egg onto the edges of the wrapper. Fold the wrapper as shown. Add some peanut oil to a deep pan or wok, set on medium-high heat. Place the rolls in the hot oil. Cook until light brown on both sides, about 2 minutes per side. Remove from oil and place on a paper towel to drain. To review the sweet and sour sauce, in a saucepan set on medium heat, mix the brown sugar with the cornstarch. Add the remaining ingredients. Cook until thick, about 3 minutes, and serve with spring rolls. Another wonderful Chinese appetizer is wontons. Ingredients include 1 pound pork coarsely ground, 1/2 cup green onions chopped, 10 water chestnuts sliced, 6 black Chinese mushrooms chopped, 4 tablespoons ham chopped, 1 tablespoon sesame oil, 1½ teaspoon fresh ginger chopped, and 2 tablespoons sherry. 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 4 cups peanut oil, 1 package wonton wrappers. Start this recipe by mixing together 1 pound of ground pork with 1/2 cup of chopped green onions. Then add 10 sliced water chestnuts, 6 chopped Chinese mushrooms, 4 tablespoons of chopped ham, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1½ teaspoons of fresh chopped ginger, 2 tablespoons of sherry, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 egg beaten, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix these ingredients well with either a spoon or your hand. At this point, lay the wonton wrappers on the countertop. Place 1 teaspoon of the filling onto each wrapper. Now take one corner and fold it up. Then tuck it under the filling. Wet the side points slightly with water and fold them together in front. Place the wontons in 4 cups of hot peanut oil or vegetable oil. Let them fry in the oil until they get a light brown. When they're finished, place them on a rack or paper towel to dry. To summarize the steps for making wontons, mix together all the ingredients except the peanut oil and wrappers. Place 1 teaspoon of mixture on each wrapper and fold as shown. Deep fry wontons in peanut oil, place on paper towel or rack to dry. A traditional Chinese soup is hot and sour soup. Ingredients include 1 quart chicken stock, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 4 black Chinese mushrooms, 1/2 cup bamboo shoots, 1/4 pound shredded pork, 1 cup tofu, 3 tablespoons white wine vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon pepper, 2 tablespoons cornstarch, 3 tablespoons water, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons sesame oil, and 1 green onion. This recipe starts by chopping 4 Chinese mushrooms. Now place a large pan on high heat. To the pan, add 1 quart of chicken stock. Then pour in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Next, add the chopped mushrooms. Continue by adding 1/2 cup of bamboo shoots and 1/4 pound of shredded pork. Stir these ingredients together and cover the pan. Bring the mixture to a boil and then reduce to a simmer for 3 minutes. At this point, take 1 cup of tofu and chop it into small pieces. Then add it to the soup. To finish the recipe, add 3 tablespoons of white wine vinegar and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper to the soup. Let this return to a boil. Once the soup starts to boil, pour in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with 3 tablespoons of water. Stir slightly. Then stir in 1 beaten egg. Let the soup cook for another 2 minutes. Right before you serve the soup, stir in 1 teaspoon of sesame oil and garnish with chopped green onions. To review the recipe for hot and sour soup, chop the Chinese mushrooms. In a saucepan, add the chicken broth, soy sauce, mushrooms, bamboo shoots, and shredded pork. Bring to a boil, then simmer for 3 minutes. Chop the tofu. Add tofu, vinegar, and pepper and return soup to a boil. Add cornstarch mixed with water. Add 1 beaten egg, cook another 2 minutes, and serve. A Chinese meal isn't complete without egg fried rice. The ingredients include 1 cup uncooked rice, 2 tablespoons safflower oil, 1 egg, 2 green onions, 1/2 cup peas, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Begin this recipe by cooking the rice. Place 1 cup of dry rice in a saucepan set on medium heat. Pour in enough water to cover the rice, plus 1 inch. Cover the rice and let it cook for about 30 minutes, or until all the moisture is absorbed. At this time, add 2 tablespoons of oil to a skillet or wok and turn the heat to medium. Then pour in 1 beaten egg and stir it around. When it is almost done cooking, stir in the rice. Continue by adding 2 chopped green onions, 1/2 cup cooked peas, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir-fry this mixture for another 4 to 5 minutes before serving. Egg fried rice is quick and easy. To review the recipe, add 1 cup of rice to a pan. Cover with water plus 1 inch. Cook until all the water is absorbed, about 30 minutes. In a skillet on high heat, add the oil and 1 beaten egg. Add the remaining ingredients, stir-fry for 4 to 5 minutes. A tasty Chinese side dish to any meal is a vegetable stir-fry. The ingredients are 2 tablespoons oil, 1 clove garlic, 1/2 pound snow peas, 1/2 cup water chestnuts, 1 cup bamboo shoots, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 2 tablespoons chicken stock, 1 teaspoon cornstarch, and 1 teaspoon water. Start this recipe by adding 2 tablespoons of oil to a skillet or wok. The wok should be placed on medium-high heat. Add 1 clove of garlic to the hot oil and let it sauté for 1 minute. At that point, add 1/2 pound of snow peas, 1/2 cup of water chestnuts, and 1/2 cup of bamboo shoots. Stir these around in the hot oil. After about 1 minute, stir in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Then add 2 tablespoons of chicken stock. Cover the vegetables and let them cook for 2 minutes. Finally, mix 1 teaspoon of water with 1 teaspoon of cornstarch and stir the mixture into the vegetables. Stir the vegetables for another minute. To summarize the recipe for vegetable stir-fry, add the oil to a hot skillet or wok. Add garlic and sauté for 1 minute. Stir in the snow peas, water chestnuts, and bamboo shoots. Add the chicken stock. Cover and let cook for 2 minutes. Mix the water with the cornstarch. Stir into the vegetables, then serve. A classic Chinese entree is barbecue pork strips. Ingredients include 2-pound boneless pork butt, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 2 tablespoons sherry, 1 tablespoon hoisin sauce, 1 tablespoon brown bean sauce, 1 tablespoon garlic, 1 tablespoon 5-spice powder, 2 tablespoons sugar, 3 tablespoons honey, 3 tablespoons boiling water. This recipe starts by making the marinade. In a mixing bowl, combine 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sherry, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown bean sauce, 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic, 1 tablespoon of 5-spice powder, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Stir these ingredients together thoroughly, but you don't need to be concerned with getting out all the lumps. Now set this aside and begin to prepare the meat. This recipe calls for a 2-pound boneless pork butt. Cut the meat in half along the grain and then turn it and cut it into 3/4 inch strips. After all the meat is cut, place it in the marinade and let it set for 3 hours. Once you are ready to bake the meat, make the basting sauce. Mix 3 tablespoons of hot water with 3 tablespoons of honey. Now take a roasting pan and fill the bottom with 3/4 of an inch of water. Lay the top back on and place the meat on top. Before you put it in the oven, baste the meat with the honey water. Then bake it for 45 minutes at 350 degrees, basting every 15 minutes. Turn the heat up to 425 degrees and bake an additional 25 minutes. When the meat is just cool enough to handle, slice each piece into 1/4 inch strips. The barbecue pork strips will be well worth the wait. To summarize, slice the pork into 3/4 inch pieces. Mix together all the ingredients, except honey and water. Stir the pork strips into the marinade and let sit for 3 hours. Mix the honey with the boiling water. Place the pork strips on a broiler or roasting pan. Cook at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. Baste with honey glaze every 15 minutes. Turn the heat up to 425 degrees and bake an additional 25 minutes. Slice each piece into 1/4 inch strips. To complete your Chinese meal, try the fortune cookies. Ingredients include 1/2 cup flour, 1/3 cup sugar, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 4 egg whites, 1/4 cup butter, 2 tablespoons milk, and 1 teaspoon almond extract. In a bowl, mix together 1/2 cup of flour, 1/3 cup of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Set this aside and in another bowl, add 4 egg whites. Beat these until they are fluffy. Continue beating them as you pour in 1/4 cup of melted butter and 2 tablespoons of milk. Then stir in 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Now add the dry ingredients. Continue stirring this mixture until it is completely smooth. At this point, take a baking sheet and spoon 1 tablespoon of the batter at a time onto the sheet. Start by baking the cookies 2 at a time. This is recommended since the cookies need to be warm and pliable when you shape them after baking. Place the cookies in a 350-degree oven and bake for 4 to 6 minutes. When you remove them from the oven, place them in a warm kitchen towel. To shape the cookies, fold them in half, inserting the fortune in the middle, then bend them over the edge of a bowl and hold for 30 seconds or until they retain their shape. As you finish one cookie, take another from the towel and shape it. Moving quickly after they bake is the key to these fortune cookies. To review, combine the dry ingredients together in a mixing bowl. In a separate bowl, beat the egg whites. Stir the melted butter, milk, and flavoring into the egg whites. Stir in the dry ingredients. Use 1 tablespoon of batter per cookie. Spoon onto a baking sheet and bake at 350 degrees for 4 to 6 minutes. Remove from oven and place in a warm towel. Place fortune in middle and fold cookie in half. Fold cookie over the edge of a bowl and press for 30 seconds.